Welcome to another episode of UCRD Reviews. So today I have a figure that I'm really excited about. It's one I've been waiting for since they started the Mobile Suit Variations line within Robot Spirits. And it's a repaint. It's just a straight repaint. Go figure. That's one of the ones I wanted the most. This is the MS-06R-1A Zaku 2 High Mobility Type Shin Matsunaga's Custom Model Version Anime. That's a mouthful. So basically, it's the R1A type Zaku that we saw with the Black Tri-Stars, except this is Shin Matsunaga's version, the White Wolf. One of my favorite ace pilots from Gundam. So there's the bottom of the box. Unfortunately, it looks like they use the same pose. Usually it's something different. There's the cool side profile there. And there's the back of the box. So Shin Matsunaga Zaku, I think I really started to like it when it popped up in the MSiA line. I actually own the second version Zaku. The first version I didn't end up getting. That's the old original sculpt Zaku. And then it popped up in the Zeonography line later on. I think it was later on. It was a couple years later. And I didn't pick up that one either. So this is only the second time I'm owning a Shin Matsunaga's Zaku. And this one, unfortunately, is a P-Bandai exclusive, but that didn't stop me here. So let's take a look at it. Alright, so we're going to check out Shin Matsunaga's Zaku. So there it is in its gray and white color scheme, which I've always really liked. It's very different. So this is the exact same sculpt as the Black Tri-Stars Zaku 2. So I'm not going to go real heavy into articulation detail. If you want to check that out, look at the Black Tri-Stars Zaku review. That'll be linked below. But you do have the movable mono eye and the removable headpiece here. For mine, the antenna likes to fall off, but I think that's just quality control on Bandai's part. You do have the silver cables, which look really, really nice. You have a lot of insignias all over the place. That's White Wolf. You have little stuff like that. You have the blue on the shoulder as well as the wolf right there. Then you have the little triangles on the arms. The back looks really good. Backpack's colorful. You have the bazooka storage. This is the back of the legs. Again, lots of color. All the verniers are effect part compatible. Feet look good. You do have a good range of articulation with the legs. So, and then the hip will come out quite a bit. The hip splay is really good too. So you have a lot of articulation in these Zakus. They do look good. The one thing you'll want to note is actually a ball joint back here. And I didn't notice this on my Black Tri-Star Zaku, but for Shin Matsunaga's, this ball joint came in the package originally out of socket. Very difficult to put it back into socket, but regardless, just keep an eye on that. But this is it. I mean, it looks really, really nice. You have the shield here. The little vents here colored in, so I really like this. Even though it's a P-Bandai, I think I paid $66 and change for it. So even though it is a P-Bandai release, I think it's a really neat one. I like these ace model Zakus. So let's take a look at what it comes with. So first things first, we have a nice white hand holder here, as well as the standard assortment of hands. You have two different posing hands, gun hands, and heat hawk hands. So really interesting color choice here. And then moving into weaponry, it's a little bare bones for this release. You do have the Zaku machine gun, 120mm, with the movable front handle and removable magazine. And the magazine can be stored on the body of Shin Matsunaga Zaku, like the back there, and a couple other spots as well. You do have the Zaku Bazooka, 280mm. Same deal, it's the same Zaku Bazooka that we've seen for quite some time. Has the rotating front handle as well as the rotating camera. So it is compatible with effect parts, as is the Zaku machine gun. And it looks nice, but again, you probably have a million of these. This does have a storage piece. This one clips into the back here. Let me grab my Zaku. Alright, so that's actually how it stores. It holds on pretty tight, and it looks really good. So that's the bazooka storage there. We also have the Heat Hawk, and that comes in a deactive version, just like the regular Zaku 2 with the little peg to store it. And you have an active version. Unfortunately, you don't have the Zaku 2 FS type massive Heat Hawk, you just have the normal one. And lastly here, for effect parts, you get 10, if I'm counting them right, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, yeah. You get 10 of these little thruster effects. So these are the straight pegged ones here. And you get, let's take a look at the whole lot here. So it looks like 6 of them are curved pegs. So you see their little peg curves off, and then 4 of them are straight, and they're compatible with the many different points on the Shin Matsunaga's Zaku. So let's do a comparison with the Black Tri-Stars Zaku. Now, I know I keep talking about this as a repaint, and it's not a complete repaint. There are differences. They are very slight. I mean, obviously the paint's a massive difference, but like on the arm here, you do have these little arm vents that are not present on the Black Tri-Stars version. The rest of this on the front here is paint differences. You see the shoulders, very different. Legs, the Black Tri-Stars have the more traditional caution symbols, and Shin Matsunaga's got his white wolf symbol. Shin Matsunaga Zaku does have more detail in it. The backpacks are mostly the same. You'll see, if I can get this in here, this little cylindrical piece actually looks different than the one on Shin Matsunaga's backpacks. That's a slight difference, not really anything that makes a difference. And then lastly here, on the back of the legs, you have a little bit of a difference. The Black Tri-Stars just have this piece, and Shin Matsunaga looks like he has an extra thruster or something right there. Other than that, again, it is all paint. And they both are excellent figures. Shin Matsunaga Zaku, I forgot to mention earlier, does have an extra antenna, which is awesome because the Black Tri-Stars version didn't come with an extra commander type antenna, which is unfortunate. But they're both great figures. Unfortunately, Shin Matsunaga's is going to be a little bit more expensive because it's P-Bandai. So Shin Matsunaga's High Mobility Zaku 2 to me is a great figure. It has that attention to detail, you know, the differences between the Black Tri-Star Zaku 2 that really tell you that they were trying to make this as accurate as could be. You have all the paint on it, you know, that's color accurate. You have all the emblems and everything. You even, I forgot to mention this earlier, but you can see on his arm, if I slide it over, he actually has a kill tally on the bottom of his arm, which is really cool. I guess that's how many mobile suits he's taken down at the time. So, you know, although it is a P-Bandai exclusive, again, I paid $66 and like 11 cents for it or something like that. It's Shin Matsunaga Zaku. I mean, I really liked the character when I first bought the Encounters in Space game for the PS2. They had a whole storyline for Shin Matsunaga. And before that, I really liked the Zaku design. You know, I bought that second version, Zaku 2, and I was the only one of my friends that had it because it was a Japan exclusive. And it was a really nice figure. I liked the design, and we get it here again in the Robot Spirits line. So I'm really, really happy with it. I think that this one might fetch a high price in the market later on. I don't know. It is a bare bones release. You know, it's just a couple weapons, couple basic weapons, The only effect parts it has are the thrusters. So there isn't a whole lot that comes with it. You know, at least the Black TriStar Zaku came with a different type of bazooka, but you know, for what it is, I mean, those are the weapons that Shin Matsunaga used with this type of Zaku, so it is accurate. So I'm not going to really fault it too much for that. It comes with what it needs, and it's a solid release. You know, if it was a regular release, that'd be even better, but you know, for $66, I think it's worth the price. I mean, it's got a ton of detail in it. It looks fantastic. You know, you look at all the thruster effects down there. I mean, it just looks amazing. You know, all these high mobility Zakus are really nice releases. So that's Shin Matsunaga. Now the next one coming up here is going to be Johnny Raiden, my other favorite. So, and I will show you why in that review, so stay tuned. Thank you for your support. I appreciate all y'all. Leave a comment what you think about Shin Matsunaga Zaku, or if you picked it up or not. And don't forget to check out the Black TriStar Zaku review if you want to see some of this stuff in more detail. Thank you guys.